What is up, YouTube? Dustin Yui here, back with another NHL 22 video. In today's video, we're going to revisit our fastest EASHL build class, or World of Chel class. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave it a like, helps out a lot. And if you haven't done so and you really like the video, consider subscribing. And yeah, if you have any other ideas or suggestions for World of Chel or ESHL testing videos I can do, just let me know, and yeah, we can do it. So back in October, basically, we tested a whole bunch of EASHL builds, and I wanted to see what build was actually the fastest, and then come up with like a meta build, essentially. We looked at a real world example, Connor McDavid, to show just how like fast it was. If you guys want to check out the original video, there's a whole lot of like the whole concept behind why I did it and how I did it. So I'm not going to go over that again, but essentially if you guys wanted to watch it to understand what we're going for here, please check it out. But this is going to be just like a really quick video because we're just revisiting it, and I retested it. If you guys want to check out the spreadsheet, the link is in the description. Basically, it's got the fastest overall build here. This is the original test, and then the meta build that I created, essentially, showing that acceleration actually does nothing for the builds, which is pretty crazy. But I had a lot of comments, essentially, people asking me to retest all this stuff. So a couple of comments were like this, like Josh Kraska here says, I don't know if this has an effect on the results, but you should start on the line and race to the other one. When you escape before the line and start the timer as you cross it, do you take the acceleration aspect out of it? So a couple things, 100% that makes sense. So we're going to test that. The great thing about this is I actually have the original footage to go back and check on, and I can actually just like put my, I can start the timer from when my player starts moving. So we're going to do that, and then I just basically redid that today. So we're going to put them side by side and look at that. And then secondly, like, so most of this was based on on a particular distance where we didn't include the boards to the goal line before, you know, he starts skating. We basically did goal line to goal line. So we're going to start from the boards. But instead of trying to average it out and find like the speed and like the kilometers per hour and stuff, we're just going to avoid that. We're just going to say, hey, from this distance to this distance, and we're just going to put it side by side. How fast do we get from there to there? Like, we're not going to look at the speed. We're just going to say, how long does it take from this point to this point? And is there a difference from when I created the video back in October, basically, to now, which is March? Some people said that they thought it was different and that maybe an update happened that changed things. So I'm going to do the exact same things, except this time, however, we're going to test basically two builds. So this was, the first build is this is the pure meta build that I quote-unquote said. So essentially we got 93 speed, 93 agility, and then 88 acceleration. So this was like the actual best build overall. And then if you look on the spreadsheet, the average like time was actually only like 0.8 milliseconds difference. And that's how I came up with the meta build, because I was like, well, if you get rid of acceleration, it literally only changes 0.8. And then the second build, don't worry about the stats up there. This is just a screenshot, and I was changing the stats. But essentially, we removed all acceleration from this build. So the height and weight have effects on stuff. We went -5 on the acceleration, which made it 83. We kept the speed at 93, which was the very top end. And then we didn't touch agility because we wanted to keep wrist shot and slap shot accuracy. So agility just stayed at 88. We didn't minus it or plus it. So this was my pure meta build. So we're just going to compare those two together. All right, so we're going to look at the original top end class sniper, which was the fastest overall build, 93 speed, 88 excel, and 93 agility. And essentially we're including the boards now in our overall time. And we're going to get a 5 second and 51 millisecond time. All right, so we're testing the exact same build today, 93 speed, 88 excel, 93 agility. We just got 5.51, and now we're getting 5.54. So literally like milliseconds within each other, not much difference. Now we're gonna put them side by side so you can see exactly what it looks like. And again, there's like very little difference here. We're talking 0.03 milliseconds. That could be human error. All right, now second, this is the original meta build that I came out with, 93 speed, 83 acceleration, 88 agility. So we just removed a little bit of agility and literally got 5.59 seconds. All right, now testing it today. essentially we're going to get the exact same thing. So there's literally no difference. This is 5.58, so it was actually a little bit faster, which was kind of strange. So if we throw them side by side, you're going to see it's a 0.01 millisecond difference. So literally the exact same build plays the exact same way, and it's the exact same from the boards. Essentially, you're not gaining a whole lot. And to clear any doubts, we're going to try 93, 93, and 93. Okay? So this is today, 559. It's the exact same speed as our meta build. Alright, so overall, there's literally no difference. I mean, you could take the acceleration into effect, but like, the fastest speed is still the fastest speed from goal, like end boards to goal line to goal line. Using my actual like hockey experience and knowledge, acceleration is like people ask me to test this, but from the boards to the goal line is 11 feet. Now if you're watching the background here, like he takes 2 strides. Within 2 strides, you're not actually going to get to top end speed. It's just impossible. It's not going to happen. To actually get to your top end speed takes a few strides. Even Connor McDavid doesn't get top end speed within 2 strides. So that distance doesn't actually make a whole lot of difference. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, overall, I mean, there's no difference here. The same class is the exact same meta. And yeah, that's essentially it. We tested it. It's the exact same. You can continue to use it or change it. And I'm actually going to show you guys the class that I use. It's a little bit different than the original meta that I proposed. Just because I was looking for a bit more after playing with it for a while. So let's take a look. Alright, so this is like the build that I use. You guys can try it out if you want to. I'm not saying it's like the best build, but for me it works really well. So instead of 93 speed, I went with 91 speed. And then same thing with agility. Instead of 88 agility, I went with 86. The 2 is really negligible. Like you don't really notice the difference. To be frank, like it's obviously there, and like if people are using the absolute fastest build, they will beat you. But I would say 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win most of the races. So I wanted to keep my wrist shot and slap shot accuracy a little bit higher. Obviously, I'm using close quarters as well, which helps. And then like magnetic to pick up pucks. Balance, I get knocked off the puck a lot. But a lot of people use the smaller builds, so like it's actually not terrible unless you're playing like defensive defensemen or enforcers, that kind of thing. So in terms of acceleration, it's sitting at 81 because my player is actually larger than the builds that I showed you guys here. My acceleration didn't hit that peak number, so when I minused it 5, it goes down to 81 instead. But I was able to add slapshot power, puck control, and endurance, all from getting rid of the acceleration. Puck control is huge, which is great. Using my boost, I was able to get my body checking up, so I added booming hits, which made my body checking a 75 overall, which is fantastic. You get a little bit from increasing your size as well, which is fantastic. And then same thing with strength. I got rid of a little bit of durability and like one shot blocking to get my strength up a little bit better. And then in terms of the tactics, because I play center, I need face-offs. Just to have that advantage. Some people actually max out their face-offs, so you'll lose, like regardless, you'll lose everyone, which sucks. But basically, I got rid of discipline and fighting skill, added a little bit of face-offs, and then I also added deking because I like to deke, so I got it up there. So again, this isn't the absolute best build. I'm sure you guys have your own favorite builds, but this is the one I use, and I really like it. So yeah, that's it. So basically, we compared the old video and I retested it. There's no difference. The extra 11 feet from the boards to the goal line really doesn't make a difference in terms of the acceleration. As you can see, we showed it. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. It helps out a lot. And if you really like the video, consider subscribing. That also helps out a lot. But yeah, if you guys have any other thoughts or things you want me to try and test out, I'm totally open. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys.